Ladies and gentlemen, Wade Peary back with another video. Wanted to talk about Colin Kaepernick got an ice cream deal. Ladies and gents, change the world. Non-dairy. It has fudge chips, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. So, I mean, it actually sounds pretty good from a flavor standpoint. But, you know, food was kind of like what I like to call the last horizon in just society, because everything is political now. Absolutely everything. It is the virus that touches everything that fucking moves. So Ben & Jerry's decided to take the last sacred thing on this earth and make it political. So shout out to Ben & Jerry's for that. Food is, officially, let's get political with our food now. That's awesome, guys, because we don't hear it enough on CNN. We don't hear it enough on Fox. We don't hear it enough on MSNBC. Wait, we don't hear about it enough on ESPN, the wokest fucking network known to mankind. So, thank you, Ben & Jerry's, for continuing to shove political viewpoints in our faces. Love that so much. It really melts my heart. So, thank you so much, Ben & Jerry's, for getting on your knees and sucking Colin Kaepernick's cock. I mean, it's awesome, you know. Way to really kiss up to a guy who has the idea of defunding the police, which, by the way, is one of the most ludicrous ideas known to mankind. Okay, that's ludicrous. You're gonna push this guy's bullshit. So thank you so much, Ben & Jerry's. But, you know, what everyone doesn't realize is Colin Kaepernick is so fucking oppressed. So fucking oppressed that he not only made millions by playing in the National Football League, millions of dollars in the National Football League, he got millions of dollars from Nike after taking a knee. And then he's going to have movies made about him, some movie on Netflix. And not only that, he got to write all of these different essays, and they treat him as the second coming of Martin Luther King Jr. It's kind of comical, really. Treating this guy as like a scholar. That's the funny part. Yet, you know, Colin Kaepernick wants to talk about how he's going to change the world, yet he's incredibly silent on all of the human rights violations in China, which happens to be where Nike makes a lot of their products. But, you know, Colin Kaepernick wants to be silent on that in the same way that LeBron James is, because he knows that's his money ticket. All right. So, you know, Ben & Jerry's pushing one of the biggest frauds in the history of fucking sports. You know, Colin Kaepernick, you know, the ice cream is actually a very fitting name for Colin Kaepernick. It's like, you know, Colin, you actually did change the world. You ruined sports forever. You, LeBron James, Barack Obama, social media, and cell phones ruined sports forever, because sports is no longer about what did this guy do in the actual game. Oh, no, we need to count how many players are kneeling and how many players are standing. And then in the press conference after the game, we need to ask them about why they kneeled or why they stood for the anthem. It's just, sports is the biggest fucking soap opera now. It's sick. As a diehard sports fan, it makes me sick, because It's never going to stop. Now that you have this can of worms of sports being this giant protest party about how awful America is, America is so awful that Colin Kaepernick gets his own deal with Nike, his own ice cream deal. Oh, and he's also getting movies done, and the media worships him as the second coming of Martin Luther King Jr. and just drools at every word in these essays that he wrote about abolishing the police. So it's kind of ridiculous, really, because I think Colin Kaepernick is it was all just a big publicity stunt, really. That's what I think. And you look at how much money he's made off of the whole thing. He's laughing all the way to the bank. So, if you do what everyone else is doing, you don't stand out. And I think Colin Kaepernick wanted attention. I think he was very attention starved, and he found his way to get it. So kudos to him, because he's going to be a martyr for the rest of his fucking life, because the NFL has offered him numerous opportunities to play. Oh, and during his workout, he decided to change the location of the workout about an hour before the NFL scouts were going to be there. It's like, you can't do that. In any job interview, you can't change the location of the interview and say, oh, by the way, the job interview is going to be over here. Like, you're not the one cutting the checks. So not only did Colin Kaepernick make money off of the NFL, he made money from the lawsuit with the NFL, which is just ironic, right? I'm going to sue the living shit out of you and get millions of dollars, and then I want you to give me a job. Because Colin Kaepernick is using the NFL as the gift that keeps on giving, because he gets to be this martyr forever. He sued the NFL for blackballing him from the league, and then says, oh, not only do I want the millions from that lawsuit, but I also want you to give me a job. Like, in what world are you going to be able to sue someone and then be employed by them? Like, that's not going to work. Lawsuits create a lot of anger, and rightfully so. When you sue someone for millions of dollars, do you really think the NFL likes Colin Kaepernick? Absolutely not. It's a fucking joke that Kaepernick even got to sue them for all that money. It's a total joke, dude. Colin Kaepernick, one of the biggest frauds known to mankind. I hope he enjoys his bullshit ice cream. So the flavor actually looks pretty good. And if you are curious about the prices, the new flavor will be sold for $4.99 to $5.99 at Ben & Jerry's Scoop Shops on store shelves across the United States starting in 2021. It will also be available in Ireland, the UK, Germany, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, according to a company statement. It is a non-dairy ice cream. It has a caramel sunflower base. So caramel sunflower base, fudge chips, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. So Colin Kaepernick, ladies and gents, the charade continues for that guy. And, yet another piece of evidence that, America isn't oppressive and it's not racist. That's the funny part, is that here's Colin Kaepernick talking about how bad America is and what an awful, awful place America is and how oppressive it is. But America is so oppressive that Colin Kaepernick can get an ice cream deal, can get a deal with Nike worth millions of dollars, sue the NFL for millions of dollars, and just play the victim card for the rest of his life. I mean, it's the guy's a fucking joke. I don't know what to say, you know. It's comical that people believe in this guy's bullshit, but you know, life is about bullshit, right? Selling bullshit. Who's going to buy your bullshit? So there's half the country has bought Colin Kaepernick's bullshit. People like Jamel Hill that worship every little word that comes out of his mouth. And then there's people like Clay Travis and Jason Whitlock that expose Colin Kaepernick for the fraudulent human being that he is. So, anyways, that's my rant on the Colin Kaepernick ice cream. Tell me what your comments are below. Thank you. Take care.